Your iPhone doesn't know if you're at work, out for a special dinner with your spouse, or on the treadmill at the gym. So it's going to interrupt you the same way no matter what you're doing. It's easy to set it up so it does know though. Focus modes let you set up different profiles for different parts of your life. So when you're at work, you'll see some notifications but not others. Or when you're working on an important project, you can silence everything that isn't absolutely critical. You can even have different lock screens and home screens for different parts of your life so that you see what's important when it's most relevant. And best of all, focus modes sync to all your Apple devices, so turning one on your phone can also turn it on your Mac or your watch or your iPad. In this video, we'll look at how to use focus modes to take back control of your attention. To set up focus mode, you go into the Settings app and then scroll down towards the bottom and there's a focus option here. So you tap on that. And then you'll get a screen with all the current focus modes. Now, I've got quite a few set up here, so you're not going to see this many if you haven't set one up before. You'll probably only have a couple, but you can have up to 10. So as long as you have less than that, you'll see the plus button in the top right corner, and that's how you add new ones. And there's a couple of options at the bottom here I'll just point out. Share across devices is the option that will sync to your other devices. So if you have a Mac or iPad or watch, turning this on syncs the settings across. So if you set focus mode on your phone, it'll also set on those other devices. And then focus status, you can choose whether or not you want to notify people that you're in a focus mode and have notifications silenced. Where it'll be most obvious, for other people at least, is in messages. When they send you a message, if you're in a focus mode where it's silenced and you have this option on, they'll see a message on their side that says you have notifications silenced, so that I guess they know they shouldn't expect a response right away. So to create a new focus mode, you tap the plus at the top corner, and then it'll give you a few options that are sort of pre-configured. If one of those makes sense, great, but custom will let you set something up from scratch. So I already have a work focus mode set on here, but I'll create a new one. So you just give it a name and then you can choose whatever you want for icons from the list and change the color to whatever you want. So we're going to customize the focus. So this is where you set up all the specific things that you want to allow or disallow. This first option here for intelligent breakthrough and silencing, that'll let the phone determine whether it thinks something is important enough to break through the focus mode and give you the notification anyway. The next option down here is for silencing notifications, and you can do this for people and you can do this for apps. So you're probably going to want to set up both depending on what exactly your focus mode is for. So we're going to choose people first. Now there's two options. You can either silence notifications from specific people or you can allow notifications from specific people. So what it really comes down to is how many people you want to allow or silence. Because if you want to silence everybody except one or two people, it's easier to allow from specific people. Whereas if you just want to silence a handful of people and allow everything else through, it's easier to choose silence notifications from. So choose whichever option makes more sense for whatever you're wanting to silence. And then when you tap add people, it'll just give you a list of all your contacts and you can go in and choose the ones that you want. It's given me a default here, so I'll just leave that one on. Then when you tap next, it gives you the option for what you want to do with phone calls. So you can allow calls from everybody. Say you just wanted to silence your messages and those types of notifications, but if somebody called, you still want to get it. You can say everybody, or if you want to only allow calls from the same people that you're allowing notifications from, you can choose that. Or anybody that's tagged as a favorite in your contacts, or only people who are in your contacts list. So this gives you fairly granular control over just who can get through on phone calls. And then you can do the same thing with choose apps. If we go in there, it gives you the same options here. You can either silence notifications from specific apps or allow them from specific apps. If there's things in here that you don't want that it's in its defaults, you can just tap them and uncheck them, and that disables those. But if you tap on add apps, then it gives you the list of all the apps that are on your phone, and you can just go through and tap whichever ones make sense based on the focus mode that you're setting up. And there's a search bar at the top if you want to search for specific apps so you don't have to scroll through if you've got a huge list of apps like I have on my phone here. So I'll just choose a couple of options here as defaults. So now I'll allow notifications from this list of apps. Anything else I'm not going to see notifications from when this focus mode is turned on. And now the options underneath here, there's a few things here that you can fine tune what you see and don't see. So silence notifications for those apps that are not allowed, you can still have them show on the lock screen if you want to turn that on. So you'll still see the preview on the lock screen, but you won't get pop-ups or badges on the apps and things like that when you're actually using your phone. And that's the hide notification badges is turned on. So again, if you wanted to see those badges on the apps for messages or email or whatever it is, even though the notifications are silenced, you can turn that off and it'll still show the badges. Silence notifications gives you the option to do it always or just while the phone's locked. And then dim lock screen, if you don't want to see that, if you have a phone that has an always on screen, you can have that dim so that it's not as obvious when the phone's locked. Next down from there is customized screens. I'm going to get into that in a little bit more detail shortly, so we'll leave that for the moment, but I'll cover how that works a little bit later in the video. So underneath that, you have set a schedule. There's a couple of options here. Smart activation is off by default, but if you go in there, it tells you what it does. It turns on a focus at relevant times for the day based on things that it's determined, like your location or what apps you're using, things like that. So the smart activation isn't going to be very accurate probably right out of the gate. I don't even know if it'll actually start activating right away. But once it gets a feel for what you're doing when you have that focus mode activated, it'll start to be able to activate it automatically. So add schedule gives you a few options here. The first option here is time. That gives you the options to have it turn on at a specific time. So let's say I was working at 9 to 5 every day, and I know that at 9 o'clock from Monday to Friday, I'm going to be at work. I could turn those Saturday and Sundays off and just have this automatically turn the focus mode on from 9 to 5 on weekdays. The next option down is for location. In this case, I have my home address and my work address in my contact card, so it automatically recognizes those here. And if you have those, it'll give you those options. But you can also just search for an address in the search bar here and find a specific address. So if your office is not in your contacts, you can still find it here and have it activate as soon as you get to that location. And then app, you can have it activate when you open a specific application. So if you had let's say a VPN app that you had to use to connect to your work network and you only use that app when you're working, you could set it up so that opening that app to connect to your work network automatically puts you into the work focus mode. And then focus filters. This is where you get some really fine-grained control over what you can do. What you'll see in here will depend on what apps you have installed, because the apps have to support focus filters in order for them to show up here. But a couple of the options that will be in everybody's phone is calendar. In calendar, you can show specific calendars when you're working or whatever the focus mode is about. So in this case, I can choose, and then it'll just give me a list of all my calendars here, and I can go through and turn on the ones that I want to see when I'm in that focus mode. Another one that's built in, messages. You can filter by people. So in this case, the way this works is the people that we set up as allowing the messages, in the first step, if you turn this on, it'll hide all of the other messages in your Messages app completely. The messages are still there. It just hides the threads. So you only see the messages from the people who you're allowing notifications from. So the reason this is helpful, because if you only allow notifications from specific people, but you don't turn this on, if you open your Messages app to respond to something that you got that was related, you'll still see all of the other messages. And if you got a bunch of new messages from people, you'll see those new threads in there. So by turning this on, you'll actually hide those while you're in that particular focus mode, which just helps to reduce the chance that you're going to get sidetracked by something that isn't related to what you're doing at the time. And like I say, what apps or options you'll see here, it really depends on what apps you have installed. So you'll probably see different things than I have here, and not all apps support it. So it just depends on what you have and what apps support. But if it's something that you want to dig into, when you go into each app, it'll just give you the options of whatever it allows for filters. Some, as you can see for drafts, it's got quite a few more settings than the others do. So some apps support it a lot better than others. A couple of the others that I'll just point out here. Personal, this one I have set up to, in this case, hide work-related apps. So I've got silence notifications from, because I've only got a couple of apps that I don't want to hear them from, but Outlook and Teams, work being Microsoft based, I silence those after hours so that it's, I'm not going to get messages. If somebody pops something into a Teams message or something, I don't need to see it till the next day. So here you can, for personal, I would suggest silencing anything that's work related that you just don't need to see after you're done with your work day. But again, here, time-sensitive notifications, this is things like to-dos or something that there's an item on your calendar with a specific time and a notification. Anything that has a time attached to it, I'm still going to see those. So those, I shouldn't have anything like that that's scheduled for after hours. But if for some reason something is, that's still going to come through this focus mode. And then this is where I will just point out the customized screens. You can see this is my home screen layout at the moment, but if I go in and switch to personal, it changes all of my apps that are showing. It changes the widgets, the background, the wallpaper, everything's changed. The only thing that carries across from one to another is the dock. There's no way to change the dock between focus modes. It's the same no matter what, but everything else can be configured to look the way you want and show different apps, whatever it might be, based on your focus mode. Now I'll just switch over to the Mac quickly so that you can see how it looks on here as well. You can, if you go into the System Settings app on the Mac, focus is, again, one of the items on the list here. And you can see it's got all the same focus modes that I have on the phone, including the one that I just set up, because again, here I have the share across devices turned on. So if I go into this work demo, it's set up exactly the same way here as it is on my phone. The same people are allowed, the same apps that I set on the phone are allowed. All the options are the same here, with a couple of exceptions. The first one, of course, is allowed apps. A lot of these apps are iPhone only that I set up on the phone. So if you want to also silence apps on the Mac, you'll need to add those on the Mac itself, and they'll sync across, but obviously only the ones that are actually applicable on that device are gonna have any effect. The other difference on the Mac is that it doesn't give you the option to change your wallpaper and lock screen. The Mac doesn't really have the same ability to change your, you can't set up multiple desktops or lock screens the same way that you can on the phone. So it's not even an option on the Mac. You could get around it on the Mac though with shortcuts. If you used shortcuts automation and had a shortcut that changed your desktop wallpaper, for example, when you go into a particular focus mode. So you could work around it on the Mac, but it's not something that's built into the focus modes option itself. The iPhone comes with a few default focus modes for things like driving and do not disturb, but you can configure as many as 10 for various parts of your life. Family time, work, exercise, there's lots of options, but I suggest that you start with just one for whatever makes the most sense for you. Start with something simple and gradually add rules as you find things that interrupt your focus. Once you get the hang of how they work, it'll be a lot easier to set them up for all the different parts of your life that make sense. If you have any questions about anything that I covered in the video, leave a comment and I'll do my best to help. And if you want to learn more about how to set up Apple's various productivity apps like reminders and notes to get things done more efficiently, these other recent videos can help. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.